Hate those potholes in the road? Frustrated by unsightly graffiti? Well, the Department of Public Works has a one-of-a-kind app for you. Jesse Horos, the Chief Information Officer for Public Works, is here in our studio with an app show and tell on how to erase graffiti and report potholes, all with a simple touch of a finger. Hello and welcome. This is My County, the show that explores programs and services provided to you by the County of Los Angeles. I'm your host, Stacey Galante, and in our studio today is Jesse Horos, the Chief Information Officer for the Department of Public Works. Welcome, Jesse.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
You're a busy guy, so thanks for being here today.
My pleasure.
But tell me, just a quick overview, what does the Department of Public Works do?
Quite a few things. In general, responsible for the roads in the county, the flood control systems, the dams, potholes, street sweeping, graffiti removal, tree trimming, a whole host of...
You guys are busy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the interesting thing is people in the community can actually report in by going on the website to say, listen, I've got this problem, I see a pothole, I can see graffiti. But you're taking it one step further.
Yes, we always look for ways to make our services more easily accessible by our community, by our citizens, our customers, and we're excited that we put together an iPhone application to help them do even more.
And award-winning.
Award-winning, yes. In fact, just this month, we won an award from American Public Works Association for innovation and creativity.
Fantastic. Well, today we're going to be demonstrating on an iPad, but this is something that anybody with an iPhone in their car, walking the streets, whatever, they can access it that way. But we're going to have you demonstrate just exactly what the works is right here on our iPad. So let's say I'm driving along, I see some graffiti or I see a pothole, and I want to report this and say this is something that needs to get fixed pretty quickly. What do I do?
Excellent. Let's look at a graffiti example.
Okay.
That might be. So you see graffiti. Here's the what the iPhone application looks like opening up. You see graffiti. You want to report it. So this application will know where you're at already.
It GPSes me.
Yeah, it already knows where you're at. Georeferences you right here to the spot. And so once it knows where you're at, you can say, okay, well, what's the issue that I want to report? So you type on issue, and a number of issues come up.
Yeah, wind damage, graffiti, potholes, illegal dumping, street sweeping.
So in this case, we want to report graffiti.
Okay.
And it's going to ask you just another series of questions. Where's the graffiti? In this case, we found it on a wall. Now here's what's really neat. You can take a picture right there. You've pulled over, you take a picture of you don't have to, but that's an option.
You can literally submit it that way.
Submit it that way, and you can put in comments, I would like this graffiti removed promptly, thank you, or whatever you want to put in there. You can put in your contact information. You don't need to, that's optional as well, but it's important to put it in if you want to return response saying it's been cleaned. Okay. And then after you've done all that, you hit the submit button.
And then what happens after you submit?
Once you submit, you'll get instantly you'll get a tracking number back so that you can track that issue. And then this is where the magic begins. It begins going through the system. Nobody has to touch it. Nobody has to handle it. It goes right to the workforce that's out there to clean up that graffiti. And typically within 24 hours, that graffiti will be removed, and then that removal will be put back into the system, and then you'll get a response if you put in your contact information that's been removed, or if you haven't put in your contact information, you can use your tracking number to go in and see if it's been removed.
So this app is relatively new. It's just literally recently put out there. So how much response have you had so far from the public?
Oh, it's been wonderful. We've had nearly 1,000 downloads, which is
1,000 already.
Nearly 1,000, yes. And we've had over 500 requests for service.
And you're saying within 24 hours, your workforce goes out there and can clean up the problem, and you can find out that quickly? Yeah,
graffiti abatement we take very seriously. 24 hours is our target, typically, to get graffiti off the walls.
And obviously today, we were using the iOS devices, iPad, iPhone. I have a BlackBerry. So can I do this with a BlackBerry?
In fact, we've had an opportunity for BlackBerry users for quite some time.
Okay.
But you just have to use a different method. You would just use your web browser on your BlackBerry, go to our mobile domain, and you can access the systems that we have in place for that. People with iPhones can do the same thing, but typically they look for applications to make something happen. So we built an app to make it easier.
What are the different, we're talking about graffiti and we mentioned potholes too, but what's the range of the services that you can deal or things that people can report about?
Right now we have graffiti, of course, potholes.
That's a big one.
That's a big one. Interestingly enough, illegal dumping has become very big. A lot of reports on illegal dumping. People go into their neighborhoods, they see some stuff dumped on the street, they report it. So we recently put, with the windstorms that occurred, we recently piloted an opportunity. We put on wind damage.
Okay.
So people will return.
Can you bring it right up on here too?
Yeah,
right?
you can go back to the. And you can see the first one was wind damage. And we did that just to see what kind of returns we would get. That would allow us to get pictures right out there in the street and get an understanding of what's going out there from the people in the area.
And obviously that's something, and this is all happening very quickly. I imagine that you have your workforce, but this is sort of an additional resource of workforce. You've got the public out there working for you.
We do. They want their potholes repaired. They want the graffiti removed, and this gives them an opportunity to help us see what we can't get out there and see all the time.
Ultimately, does this help your department to become more accessible and be able to tackle more issues that are out there in the communities?
Absolutely. Accessibility is important. It's important for us to understand what our customers are seeing, what our customers want us to get done for them. This puts the power in their hands to share with us what they want to see get completed and finished and done.
What's interesting about this is you have to be in LA County, right, to be able to report a problem.
Well, actually, to report a problem, you do. But the nice thing about this, which is very important, is if you're not within a service area for LA County, it still will report back to you that you're not in a service area for LA County. However, here's who you do need to contact, and here's who can help you. So it doesn't just leave you hanging.
It gives you the solution.
It does.
So even though it might not be within the jurisdiction,
it gives you the solution.
This is how you can do it too. So, you know, what's amazing when you mentioned about creating the workforce too. It's like do you feel that a lot of people like to be more involved like this? That they want to be able to say, hey, listen, this is what I did. This is what I helped in the community.
I believe they do. Otherwise, we wouldn't have over 500 requests already. People are excited that they're able to get out there and actually in their own communities share with us what they'd like to see happen.
Yeah, and are you finding that you're keeping your staff very busy? Is it busier?
It's very busy, and actually, ideally, that's what you want. You want your teams to be out there doing exactly what they need to be doing for the customers.
Wow, this is great. And again, award-winning app. Thank you so much. The Works.
Thank you.
Jesse, I appreciate you being here. So if you'd like to know more information, you can go to the website dpw.lacounty.gov/The Works. So please join us next time right here on My County and learn about more programs and services brought to you by the County of Los Angeles. I'm your host, Stacey Galante. Thank you for tuning in.